What a crazy week! With so much news, we're getting right into it with the quickies. Sources: Dexter out! Nikodas to sub in for Dexter at IEM Dallas. The signing with Dexter has been crazy as the offer for Heroic has been going out of his mind in the past 10 games. Sadly, due to visa issues, he will not be playing. In a crazy ironic twist, the player Dexter replaced will be filling in at Dallas in Nikodas. How the tables have turned. Nikodas will have its chance to prove he deserves a spot once again, opting for the Danish team, though he's likely to be benched again unless he puts up Zywoo type numbers. And for Nikodas' sake, I hope him and Heroic dominate the servers. But from good news to bad news, Gob B removed as big coach. Kakafu, I hope I said that right, will take over the role for IEM Dallas. The German legend has been with Big Clan since 2017 as one of the founding members and was part of the organization in 3 stints in Counter-Strike, 1 as a player and 2 as coach. And the 4-time major attendee helped the organization reach number 7 world rankings back in 2022, though recently results have been mixed. In a quote from the org, "We appreciate all your hard work and the impact you had on Big since 2017. It's sad to see this news as he is a legend in the world of CS, and I hope that he will find a new home should he desire to keep coaching or even playing." Next up is some great news if you're an Eternal Fire fan, as EF defeat Liquid 3-1 to claim $250,000 in the CCT Global Finals. That's right, in a surprising turn, the Turkish roster claims the $250,000 prize as Zontaris and crew dominated the first 2 maps on Inferno and Anubis against Liquid. Dropping Dust 2 in a shocking comeback by Liquid, Nuke also went into OT where EF took the trophy 16-14. For Team Liquid, though it was a slow start, they should hold their heads up high as they took down Tier 1 Astralis to get to the Grand Finals. So whilst they didn't win, I'm still hopeful this NA roster is on the up and up as they make their way to IEM Dallas. So what do you think? Comment down below if you still have faith in Liquid. In a shocking side story, Monte director shuts down Zontic's rumors. On X, Monte director of esports, Dance, denied that his organization contacted Spirit with a view to signing Zontix, who was rumored on his way out of the team to make way for Perfecto. And a quote, "Monte have never contacted Team Spirit in any regards," end quote, Dance wrote. Quote, "The rumors about our interest in Zontix are fake," end quote. With Haji filling in, this proposed signing could have been huge for the newly formed Monte. And Spirit rumored on Perfecto? That came out of nowhere quick. However, even though the director shot down the rumor, this leaves me to believe Monte's roster is still incomplete. Signing Stika with Demq, Waro, and Krasno is a decent roster, but I could only have imagined what would have happened if they signed Zontix. Time will tell if Monte stick with this roster. Another rumor, however, blew my mind was Tyloo. A tweet posted by a commentator, Blah, shed some light on potential development in the active roster of Tyloo, who are currently down to 3 players on the starting lineup after recently parting ways with Kaze and Advent. Despite sporting a hefty number of players on the bench, the starting 5 shed by Blah would still require the acquisition of 2 new players. Starry and G out of Lin Vision, making use of just 1 bench player in the form of, I hope I say this right, Mazayu. So, what the actual what? Starry and G would be a crazy acquisition. With both showing promise at this year's major as part of Lin Vision, I couldn't imagine the chaos in the Oceania scene leading up to the major with this roster. It could be just what Tyloo needs to get back in the major for the first time since Stockholm 2021. Speaking of crazy news, 9 announced a brand new roster featuring Mantu, Refresh, and Masuda. The now new international roster returns to CS, sporting a familiar former Vitality member Masuda, former Heroic member Refresh, and former Big Clan member Mantu. And rounding out the roster will be Rawls and Sound. Rawls, that name kind of rings a bell for a couple of people, as Rawls was a 2-time major attendee from N Faculty in DreamHack 2013, the first major, and 3D Max from Cato 2014. Yes, that Cato. And Sound, the 21-year-old from Nexus, or former Nexus, this roster on paper have promise and potential. With Knight's former roster being bought out by Ents, it'll be interesting to see how this roster can do in the server. And our next story is another team joining CS2. 5W enters CS with a team headlined by Thomas and Joel. The India-based org being brand new to CS, the team sports a ton of potential as Thomas, Joel, Harn, Red Star, and Prime Taps enter with this team. With roots from Big Academy, TSM, 500, and Into the Breach, this roster could be primed to make some noise, though no events are scheduled for them at the time of this recording. Truly an odd roster. I have hope that they will make a splash in the CS2 landscape. From creation, however, to dispansion, Guild part ways with Bad News Eagles and the team disbands. With Bad News Eagles' incredible story besting tier 1 teams in the past, Ridgen is the first to depart the squad since 2022. Ridgen announced that he is parting ways with his teammates of over 2 years. Bad News Eagles is ready to walk down a new path away from his former teammates. After that announcement, Monfratro and GXX also came out to state that their time on the team was over, effectively disbanding the squad. Bad News Eagles widely made a name for themselves for doing the impossible, besting the likes of former #1 overall team in the world, FaZe Clan. On top of that, their incredible outbursts during games and the major made them one of two things: incredible fan favorites or heavily despised. Though in their recent months, they have been able to string together a lot of success, and I suppose that it was time to make changes. But this? Come on. In the words of Ridgen, saying goodbye to you is harder for me than I could put into words, quote unquote. And more, quote, "You are more than just teammates to me. You are friends who have become my family. Even if I choose a different path now, I will always carry the memories and experiences we shared together in my heart. I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for the great time and wish you all continued success and joy in the future. May our paths cross again one day. From the bottom of my heart, I wish that the players from Guild a new, good home and say goodbye to the team that I loved watch being underdogs in tourneys all around the world. Goodbye, Guild, and goodbye, Bad News Eagles." But now we head into the main stories. That's right, 2 main stories, as the first one is Mouz hit #1 in the world in world rankings for the first time in team history. Besting FaZe Clan in points, Mouz's last 2 wins at Bet Boom Deha and ESL Pro League Season 19 propelled them to #1 as they've now hit the most prestigious spot in CS2. It's been a long time coming as they've had incredible rosters in the past. From Rops and Kerrigan to a prime Chris J and Oscar, Mouz have been at the #2 spot 3 times in the span of the organization. But finally clinching #1 and becoming heavy favorites at IEM Dallas coming up, it's already time for them to put their spot to the test. Can they keep the massive momentum coming? Comment down below if you think they will win or won't rise to the occasion in their first LAN in front of fans at their new #1 spot. And our final main story, it's Vertigo changes and the community freaks out over Dopplers changing. Vertigo's new changes have been hit with a wave of mixed feelings. More and more fans of CS2 are hyped and disappointed in the changes to the iconic map, and changes that Dallas have confirmed they will be keeping in the server during the tournament. And not everyone's happy about the move on Dallas's part. With a new catwalk area, a hole in the wall, more cover to play, and incendiary nade changes, as well as a T-side economy change, this change was a lot to handle. But to top all of that, knife Dopplers shifted for all but a day. Changing colors to make fans sell off in a massive wave, buyers became thrilled when Valve stepped back and returned the knives, marking a massive amount of folks who quick sold rather unhappy. Still, the changes in the most recent update marking a new era of CS2, it'll be very interesting to see how many teams are willing to play the new Vertigo in this landscape at IEM Dallas. But what do you think of the new changes? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Comment down below. And next, it's time for the Foxtail Award Awards. It's so nice that we named them twice. And for the team of the week, it's gotta be Mouz in their first #1 in the world. It's only fitting. For the player of the week, I gotta give it to Zonteris for carrying EF to another title at CCT, though an honorary mention to Twists seems appropriate as Team Liquid finally reached a grand final and he balled out of his mind. Twists 130 definitely deserves this honorary nomination. Still, Zonteris with a 136 rating deserves the award. And now it's time for the shot of the week.
Okay. What the fuck? Brooks is cheating.
Now it's time for the call out of the week award. Side, B side, B side, B side.
B side, B side, B side, B side, B side.
2 crossed.
B side,
B
B
side,
side,
B
B
side,
side,
B
B
side,
side,
B
B
side,
side,
B side, B side, B side.
B side, B side, B side.
You didn't mention this guy.
And now the coveted "What the heck did I just watch?" award. Don't ask where that smoke went. Don't ask where that smoke
Dude, I
went.
can't find
And that's all the awards. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more, check out the video on the left. And if you did enjoy, smack that like button. I hope you all have an epic day. Thank you so much for popping by. I'll catch you all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.